Okay, welcome to Chapter 3. We are going to be discussing charts in this chapter. In this first hands-on exercise number 1, we're going to be talking about different chart types like bar charts, which are horizontal line charts, column charts, which are vertical line charts, and the clustered version of the bar and the column chart. We'll also talk about pie charts, and we'll also briefly mention stacked charts. The data that we have in front of us is computer-related jobs. We are working with the Chapter 3 hands-on exercise jobs file, and we are in the Outlook worksheet. This has about 7 different job titles. They're 2010 actual job numbers and the 2020 estimates. And note that in column D, all of the 2020 estimates show an increase in the number of new jobs in each of these 7 computer-related job titles. We have the percent growth and the 2010 median pay for each of these 7 titles. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away. We're going to highlight A5 through D12, which has the job titles, 2010 number of jobs, 2020 estimate, and the number of new jobs that are going to be created. We have a brand new, when we've highlighted this data, we have a brand new toolbar that we haven't worked with before called the Quick Analysis Toolbar. Let's go ahead and click on that. And notice we can do a lot of things, formatting charts, totals, tables, and sparklines. Let's click on Charts and select the third option for Clustered Column Chart. And when we do, Excel produces a chart for us based on the data that we have. And we have the 7 job titles along the bottom, 2010 listed in blue, 2020 estimates listed in orange, and the number of new jobs listed in gray. We're going to go ahead and move this chart. So if I click on the chart itself, I have a brand new menu item along the top that has chart tools, and it's got a format and a design. So the format tools and the design tools, and one of them is Move Chart. So we're going to go ahead and click on Move Chart. Do you want to put it in a brand new sheet, or do you want to keep it right here? We're going to move it to a new sheet, and we're going to call this one Clustered Column, and then we're going to hit OK. Once we've done that, we have a brand new sheet along the bottom, and the chart takes up the whole entire screen. The only thing in this worksheet is the chart. So that's our first chart, and this is an example of a clustered column because it has 2010, 20, and number of new jobs all clustered together for each job title. Let's go ahead now and create a bar chart. So we'll go back to our data in the Outlook file, and we're going to highlight A5 through B12 and then D5 through D12. So 2 non-adjacent ranges there. Then we're going to go ahead and go to the Insert menu, and that's where we typically create our charts. So from the Insert menu, you can see this whole area is devoted to charts. If we click on the See All Charts in the bottom right, that little drop down, we have some recommended charts, and then we have all charts. And look at the variety of charts we can create. Column charts, line charts, pie charts, bar, area, XY scatter, surface, radar, and some combo charts. We're going to go to bar because that's what we want to create, and we want the clustered bar. So we're good there. And notice that there are 2D charts, there are stacked charts, and there are 3D clustered and stacked charts as well. So we want the 2D clustered bar chart. We'll click OK. Again, the chart's in the middle of our spreadsheet, and that may not be the ultimate place that we want to see that chart. So we have the ability to move that as necessary. Notice that the legend down here, 2010 is in blue and the number of new jobs in orange. Okay. We are going to move this chart so that the top of the chart, to move it, we'll just left click on the chart and hold that down and then move it to wherever we want. We want the top left corner in A16 and the bottom right corner in F32. So we're just going to drag that bottom corner down, and the chart is now in the place where we want it to be. And this is our our 2D clustered bar chart. Let's go ahead and change this now. Let's show how easy it is to change charts from one type to another. Right over here is a button that says Change Chart Type. We have to click on the chart itself so that the chart tools come up, and then from the design menu we have Change Chart Type. In this particular example, we want to do a stacked bar, and that's that third option over. Well, actually it's the second option over. Go ahead and do the second option over, which is the stacked bar, and then hit OK. Notice that it puts the 2010 jobs and the number of new jobs for each job title on the same line. So that might be a different way to view the data. And again, the chart type that we use is the chart type that best describes the data. Okay. So we've done that. We've moved it into the right spot, and we've changed the chart type to a stacked bar. The final thing that we're going to do in this hands-on exercise is create a pie chart. And we're going to highlight A6 through A12, and then D6 through D12. So all we're getting is the job titles and the number of new jobs created. We'll go to the Insert menu, and I'm going to do See All Charts, and then All Charts, and we'll do the pie this time. And we'll go ahead and click OK. Again, that puts the pie chart right in the middle of our chart. We're going to go ahead and move this one. So we will go ahead and put our cursor on the chart and then move it. We're going to do a new sheet, and we're going to call it Pie Chart. Okay, so now we have a brand new pie chart that's on its own sheet. Now, when I left click on the chart, it has selected every piece of this pie. And the way we know that is there's these little blue bubbles that show you what has been selected. If I click again on any single piece of pie, or if I double left click in essence, only that one piece of pie has been selected. So again, now I have clicked on the orange piece, and only the orange piece is selected. Notice that none of these others have blue bubbles around it. Just a neat thing we can do to sort of visually set off one pie piece from the rest of the pie, and this happens to be the biggest piece of the pie, is I can just simply, once it's selected, drag it out, hold down the left mouse key, and kind of drag it out. And now that orange piece is a little bit offset from the rest of the pie. And what that does is it tells the eye to look at that piece in particular and see what's special about that. Those are the software app developers, and those are the jobs that are most in demand in 2020. Okay, that is hands-on exercise number 1. Save your file, and we'll move on to more.